My wife put her phone down for the first time in 6 months. Face up, unlocked. That's when I knew it was a trap. For the past half year, she had guarded that phone like it contained classified government secrets that could start a war. She slept with it tucked underneath her pillow every single night without exception. She carried it into the bathroom every single time she went in there, even just to wash her hands or brush her teeth for 30 seconds. Whenever I walked into whatever room she was in, she would immediately angle the screen away from me or flip it face down on whatever surface was nearby. She changed her passcode at least 3 different times that I personally noticed. Now suddenly the phone was just sitting there on the kitchen counter, completely unprotected and unlocked, like a piece of fruit sitting in a bowl. She looked at me with a sweet, innocent smile and announced she was going to take a nice long hot shower to relax after her stressful day at work. Then she turned around and walked away toward the bathroom without even glancing back at the phone sitting there exposed. I stood there in the kitchen staring at it for a solid minute, knowing deep in my gut that something was very wrong about this whole strange situation. If I picked up that phone and looked through it, she would somehow magically know and catch me red-handed in the act of snooping. But if I did not look through it, then I would probably never find out what she had been hiding so carefully and so desperately for the past 6 months of our marriage. My curiosity and suspicion won the internal battle raging inside my head. I picked up the phone and the screen was already unlocked and opened directly to her text messages. The most recent conversation at the very top was with a contact saved under the innocent-sounding name Spa Appointment. I opened the thread fully expecting to see booking confirmations and appointment reminders for massages and facials. Instead, I found hundreds upon hundreds of romantic messages exchanged back and forth over the past 6 months. Love declarations and explicit photographs and detailed plans to meet up at various hotels around the city whenever I was working late or traveling out of town for business. 6 whole months of passionate conversations with someone she very clearly loved far more than she had ever loved me in our entire relationship. I felt physically sick to my stomach reading through all of it. I screenshot everything important as fast as I possibly could and sent all the images to my personal email address. Then I placed the phone back down on the counter in the exact same position and angle where she had originally left it. She emerged from her shower about 20 minutes later with wet hair wrapped in a towel and wearing a fluffy white robe. The very first thing she did was walk over and check her phone. She scrolled through something on the screen for a moment and then looked directly at me with that same sweet, innocent smile from before. She asked in a casual voice if I had happened to touch her phone while she was in the shower. I kept my face completely neutral and calm and told her no. I had just been watching television the whole time she was gone. She smiled again and said, "Okay," before walking right past me toward the bedroom. That smile made my skin absolutely crawl. I spent the entire following week doing intensive research into the true identity of this mysterious spa appointment person. His real name turned out to be Derek, and he worked directly with my wife at her office downtown in the accounting department. I discovered he had been married himself for 12 long years to a woman named Felicia. They had 3 young children together. I found Felicia on social media after some dedicated digging and sent her a very detailed message explaining absolutely everything I had discovered about our cheating spouses. I attached all the screenshots as undeniable evidence. She called me crying hysterically about an hour later, saying she had absolutely no idea whatsoever that any of this was happening behind her back. She truly believed her marriage was perfectly happy and solid and secure. We agreed to meet in person at a coffee shop the following day to discuss what we should do about this devastating situation together. Felicia turned out to be a genuinely kind woman who was understandably both devastated and absolutely furious in equal measure. She had dedicated 12 years of her life to this man and given him 3 beautiful children, and this was how he chose to repay her loyalty.